What's up, guys?
What's up? We are
What an intro.
Right.
Yeah. Welcome to Tuesday Live Outdoors Crew. And we got the normal panel up here. We got Stanley, I'm not in good shape, Orchard,
Hurting.
who just had his surgery he can tell you about if he wants. And we got Grant, my wife caught the only fish when we went fishing McIntosh down there on the bottom. And I am John. I ain't caught no fish in a month, Andrew Jeske. So welcome to our live stream. Good to see everybody over there in the chat. We got Danny Baker in the house, a regular. We got Nick, Ben. Good to see you here, Ben.
Whiskey O'Clock. I like that.
Did you say Whiskey O'Clock?
That's
Ben.
the time of day. That's the official
Yes,
time of
it
day
is
for the
for-
hashtag Outdoors Crew.
Tennessee
Have
whiskey.
one. Have one for me. I'm on call. Cheers.
Oh,
Yep, I'm healing,
Yeah.
so I'm doing
Yeah.
health.
Man, it's just me holding it down for the crew. We got one on freaking call, and the other one's rehabbing. He's probably on some meds that he shouldn't be drinking with. So
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be drinking right now. Hey,
Yeah.
real quick here, not to steamroll you or anything here. So we're
No.
going to talk about this in just a bit here, but we did a lot of fishing last week. And we were out on the Packer Channel jetties. Those jetties can be rough, like they're really steep, they're slippery. It was low tide, but we were just killing the sheep's head. And the first day we were out there, had a really tough time. We lost about half of the sheep's head that we caught because we were having a hard time like getting them up on the rocks and stuff. We got out a net and we got all of our stuff for the next time out there. And we managed to start getting them in and stuff. And but it was still like slipping around the rock, catching them and everything. This gentleman in the chat down here, Corey Gomez, he does a Facebook page. I ended up sitting there. We were
Nice.
tag teaming the sheep's head, just having a blast out there. It was fun being able to fish with somebody and kind of, doing what we were doing. He's got an awesome Facebook page. I'm going to put a link to that in the chat here in just a second, but I wanted to get this guy in on this whole crew because he was a good guy. And Corey,
Cool.
man, I really appreciate you and the help you're giving us on the rocks, man. That was fun.
Was he the one wearing those like cleat things on his shoes so he could walk on that stuff?
That was a different day, different guy. This
okay.
video will be coming out probably a couple of weeks. You know how I am. It's going to take me 3 weeks to get it edited. But we just absolutely killed the sheep's head. Like we were having a blast. And this dude was jumping in on it. He was helping me net stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He helped me net that guy. It was so fun. It was just a blast out there. And I got you plugged on social media and everything else too, man.
Heck
All right.
yeah.
Good deal. Welcome aboard, Corey. Glad you joined us. Appreciate it, man.
And here, I'm posting that link for you right now.
Put it up there. Put it up there.
There it is.
Awesome. And then down for those, you're almost all regulars, but if you don't know, down below we got links to our individual pages or channels. We got link to the Outdoors Crew website, which don't go look at it right now because you'll realize I've been slacking and keeping it up to date this last couple weeks. So I got some work to do in that. I'll get that done maybe sometime tomorrow. So Stanley, you've been recuperating from your hernia surgery, right?
Yeah, hardcore.
So today has pretty much just consisted of recoup.
I tell you, it takes like once every couple of years. Like I need to make like a 3 or 4 year routine out of this, out of getting some kind of surgery on something, because it has been 10 years since I have slept and rested the way that I have the last 2 days. It has been wonderful.
Good.
Glorious. Painkillers and no, work that I've had to do.
Yeah. All right. So we got you had the surgery yesterday, correct?
That's right. Yep. Yesterday morning.
So yesterday,
Back
you were
at
probably, most of the morning, you were probably a space cadet with really good stuff in you.
Yep.
Today, you're feeling a little more of the pain as you recoup, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, been there, done that. So
But
go ahead.
I haven't even like the painkillers. I'll tell you what, the anxiety or the lack of anxiety that I'm having right now as a result of having the surgery. Like I was sitting there, you don't even know, for like 8 years, I've been sitting there like just, pushing it in. It's a hernia. I got surgery for hernia. So I've been holding that in. I go fishing and stuff, and I'm constantly like, you probably see me in videos where I don't like to show myself, below the chest up, but you'll probably see me in there, like, I'm holding stuff in, or I'll wear like a weight belt or something to help. I don't have to do that anymore. And the lack of stress that I'm having as a result of that, I'm not even like the painkillers. I've taken half as many as I was supposed to, because I don't even care. Like the pain of like anything, the soreness and everything I'm feeling, I don't even care about. It's such a weight off my shoulders finally having this behind me.
Good deal.
I'm excited about
waiting so long.
Yeah, we're gonna see if I can make it the full 6 weeks I'm supposed to without fishing. And I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. That's the next challenge, because you start feeling a little better.
Yeah,
you can do some shit. Yeah. So Grant, how was your day today?
I'd say at least just go down to the jetty and film. You don't have to do anything rough. I mean, just go down there and film Corey and some guys.
exactly. That is exactly what my plan is, actually. Somebody was saying that, like, I could just go down there and fish, and somebody else can pull up the fish for me. And I was like, yeah, that's not really the same thing. It's like, but I could take like my brother or Rich or whoever, Corey, Danny, and any of you guys, y'all want to just go out there and I'll just play camera guy for people. I can do that. That'd be fun.
There you go. All right, Grant, what have you been up to the last day or two? Anything good? Cool?
I got called out at 4:17 this morning for a pump fail, and it's been raining long, but since before that, about midnight, it started raining. So it's been a long, wet, rainy day.
Yeah, the storms that came through, it's weird because they're like, hey, we had tornado watches. There 19 tornadoes touched down here in Texas, but this whole thing went around San Antonio. All we got was a little bit of wind, not heavy winds, and some off and on rain. That's all we got. Just north of us, pounded. South of us, pounded. And it was moving from west to east. And just beyond us, on the east of us, it picked up and tore them up too. But for some reason, somebody protected San Antonio from that storm. It's crazy. There's my wifey Pooh, the better half, saying, what's up, everybody?
Hey, Audrey.
Yeah, so we were lucky with this storm. I know there's a lot of people and I think the last I seen on the news, there were no deaths with 19 tornadoes touching down and tearing shit up. So I guess we were all kind of lucky in that sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a tornado video going around social media today of a red Chevy truck. Did you see that one?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't see that one.
It's put over on its side. It's spinning around. Yeah. It's put back on its tires, and dude drives. That's some crazy stuff, right?
Probably still driving too.
You imagine the stories. Golly, he'll be telling his grandkids they don't believe him. He's gonna have video evidence.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna copy that and just tell people that was me. How would they know? Yeah, that was crazy. If that person's watching the live stream, speak up now.
Right?
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yeah. A lot of damage, though. A lot of stuff got tore up, and that's the bad side of it.
Yeah. Man, one of those, I saw footage of one of them dropping in one of the shopping centers over in Round Rock. It was between 45 and 35. Yeah. Man, Rich and Maxine, they just moved to Padre Island. They lived just a couple miles from there. It was like I've that overpass for 45 is the overpass from 35 to 45. I've driven that anytime I worked north when we were doing construction, because I lived up there and I worked with them. And anytime we were north doing construction, we would take that little spinny road or whatever back down to their house every day.
Good call, Nick. That's a good Chevy commercial.
Yeah,
you're right.
It is. That hurts.
Yeah, as a breeding stock. Nice, man. That's funny. So back to him as breeding stock. I like that. I have a brother. No, he's not a brother-in-law. My niece's husband. I don't know what that makes him to me, but he works at dealerships on the maintenance side up in Albuquerque. And man, he's telling me, don't buy anything built after 2020 right now. He said they're shipping brand new vehicles with like electronics that are supposed to be in them, not in them. Right? pieces, parts missing. So he said, you're better off just not buying anything new right now. I was like, dang, that is messed up.
I didn't even think about that. That does
We got
suck.
a quota to get these cars out. Well, we don't have the Whiz Bob Jingle Digger. Well, we're just going to ship it without it. You get your car, you push the button for that thing to do something, and it don't do shit because it's not even installed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And it's hard to buy used right now because used are expensive as heck too.
And you're going to have to remember that for years down the road. 5 years down the road, if you get a used truck, you don't want the 2023 model used truck.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's crazy. That is all craziness.
Yeah, man. I'm not in a market for a new truck, but that's
Yeah, me either.
the impact on that. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Back to the day. Go ahead, Grant.
So I'd love to go buy a new truck tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
Right.
prices are ridiculous. I mean, it's just crazy.
yeah. Danny says he just put a new engine in, so he ain't buying anytime soon. That's kind of how I am with this truck I got. I think it's paid for, so I'll just keep replacing whatever I got to replace to keep the thing running.
Everybody gives me a hard time for that Silverado of mine, and that thing's just running on rubber bands and duct tape. But
Yep.
it costs me at this point now. It costs me $300 a year to keep that thing running. Way better than a car payment.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we had to put just over $1,000 into my truck a few months ago. Well, I'm like, we were paying $400 a month for a new truck. In 3 months, we've already spent that. Where I'm not paying nothing right now monthly. So, yeah, yep, 7K versus 40K. Yeah.
This is the same way with boats too. I was talking to my dad about buying a boat the other day, and he's saying that the boat, like his boat right now, if you were to get that same model right now, it's almost twice as much.
Yeah,
For
they're
the exact same model boat.
Super expensive. Yeah.
And I've been looking for a boat motor for the John boat for years now, and now it's like suddenly, obviously, the absolute wrong time to be looking for that, because boat motors. We talked about that in previous live streams, where those boat motors are just insane prices too.
Everything is boats, boat motors, boat parts, trucks, vehicles. All that stuff is ridiculous right now. I think it's going to spin back down. All these people got excited with their stimulus checks and stuff and buying all this stuff because they're at home, and it's going to come back down. All of a sudden, another year or two, you're going to see a bunch of 2020 whatevers for sale that people bought and then realized they didn't want to keep it. So
yeah, that's what I'm curious about too. Is what are the prices going to be like then? Like that's when I'm going to be in buy mode. Is when people are selling and trying to get out from underneath stuff. Yeah, I can hold on to them.
Exactly. That is buy mode time. So I did a little tease when I advertised this live stream about trivia. So I got some trivia questions. I want to mix it up. I'll ask Grant and Stanley a couple, and then we'll ask a few to the group in the chat and see what kind of answers we can get. So, and these are off the internet. So, if you want to question the validity of the answers, they're unquestionable because it's on the internet, so it must be true, right? So here we go. This one is for Grant and Stanley. Chime in with your buzzer when you know the answer. What is the healthiest fish to eat?
Ooh, really? The healthiest?
The healthiest for you? The healthiest for a person?
Yes.
I want to see what the chat says on this. I'm curious. I'm betting it's going to be a freshwater species. Salmon?
Alaskan salmon.
Alaskan salmon.
Yeah, because
which I guess that's fresh and saltwater.
Yeah, they are. Yep, they are fresh and saltwater. It's because of the healthy fats in them and all that other stuff, I guess. So
that makes sense. My immediate thing on that, when you first said that, I was thinking of everything we got down here. I'm like, everything down here will eventually kill you. It's so chock full of mercury.
I don't know. We took that into consideration. All right.
I'm betting there's some health benefits to the, the right amount of mercury.
I'm sure there is. There's got to be some, right? All things in moderation.
Yep. Even your mercury.
Okay, this is a simple one. This one's for the chat. We just want to see who can answer this the quickest. So get your typing fingers right and ready. Panel, do not answer
while you're
this.
doing this, we need some. I apologize for interrupting. We need some trivia music while we're doing this.
Okay,
you have trivia music.
Let's see what we got for you. I really like those sound effects, but we'll do a little of this. How's that? Is that okay or no?
No.
Okay, try this.
That's not trivia music. That's better. That's inquisitive.
Okay, we'll go with that then.
Oh, and Nick, in answer to your thing there too with those new Broncos, yeah, Rachel, we were talking about new cars. Rachel and I are talking about one of those. I'm kind of digging the new Broncos. I like them.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I'm not seeing one in person.
I've seen a car. I like the 4-door better than the 2-door, but
Yeah, for sure.
all right, here we go. This is for not the panel. So Grant, Stanley, don't say nothing. Don't give it away.
I'm in the chat too, so I'm going to answer in the chat.
No, that's cheap. Dolphin family groups are known as.
Oh yeah, I know this. I've got a Rachel. Like,
I know you know this one.
we can name the genus.
Dolphin family groups are called what?
You know, a group of ravens is a murder.
Yes, that makes sense.
Great.
A group of monkeys is a congress.
Yes.
That one makes sense too.
Oh, and there's other ones. There's not even some species of fish is different. Danny,
Yeah,
you should know
Danny, you
this.
should
You
know
know
this.
it. If you have a group of dolphins coming up next to your kayak, what do you call that group of dolphins?
A pain in the butt.
There it is.
There you go. Danny's got it. A pod.
That's
That is the correct answer. There we go. Winner.
A pack. They basically are. They're like a bunch of wolves, except they're
They
not
are like a pack, but they're a pod. They're known as a pod. All right.
a horde.
That was easy too. I want to give. Do I got any hard ones? Here we go. This one's for the panel. This one's for Grant and Stanley. And now Stanley has the benefit of being more of a saltwater fisherman, maybe. But here's your question: how fast can a tuna swim? How fast, miles per hour, can a tuna swim? I don't know who's out there shooting the radar at a tuna to see how fast he is, but
I'm gonna guess 50.
I say
let's see what he says.
we troll for them at 7 knots. So I'm thinking they swim. I think they're probably around 35 miles an hour.
47 miles per hour.
Faster than I thought.
So there you go. Grant's over, but he's closest. So I don't know how we score that one. A horde. I like that. A horde.
I didn't know they were that fast.
Yeah, they roll. All right.
They're not the fastest fish in the sea either.
No, they're not. Here's a easy one for the panel. Okay, and this one is kind of, now that I think about it, if you're saltwater, you probably have a better, but this one, anybody should be able to get. Okay? How many tentacles does an octopus have?
Oh, I love this question. I love that.
That's 8, right?
One for you. It was for the chat.
Oh,
Damn it, Grant.
Hey,
they're gonna.
How many tentacles does an octopus have?
Does an octopus
I mean,
have?
I might be wrong. I don't know.
I'm afraid you are wrong. That is incorrect. They do not have 8 tentacles.
Oh, that's the answer. 8.
No, it's not.
It's
That
not.
is incorrect. It is not
The
8.
internet says 8. That's why they're called octo. Octo is 8.
Nope. An octopus has 8 arms.
So
Those
there's
are
a
not
difference between
tentacles.
a tentacle and an arm.
Yep.
Are you saying a tentacle is each of those little things on their arms?
I forget what the classification. I forget how they determine that. But like a squid has those 2 really long ones that stick out. Those are tentacles. The rest of them are arms.
All right. Well, you're going against the book answer, according to the internet, that's never wrong, is 8. So we're going to give it to Grant.
Let me see what. Okay, keep going. I'm going to
Ben
look that up
says
real quick.
he needs to tickle him 10 times. Oh, 10 tickles.
For what?
Uh-oh.
Okay, so like a real quick Google search, it says an octopus has 8 appendages, each of which has rows of suckers. These are not tentacles. In strict anatomical terms, they are arms. A tentacle has suckers only on the pad-shaped ending.
Huh. There you go. The more technical answer.
Yep.
I'm still giving it to Grant.
Oh, bull.
Okay. Since Grant's not paying attention because he's busy, he's muted.
Yeah, Janet just got walking the dog's got attacked by a pit bull, so I was listening.
Oh, shit. Everybody
They're
okay? They're okay?
Yeah. Just a little shook up.
Golly, yeah. Sorry about that, Janet. That's freaking crazy.
That is crazy. Sorry to hear that, Janet.
Yeah.
So what was the question? Sorry.
No, we haven't asked a new one yet. That's
Okay.
so Stanley,
You get credit. You get the win with the octo, but I was right about them being arms and not tentacles.
He was right. So, and they're not tickles, Ben. Sorry, you're wrong. All right. This one is for. This one is for the panel. It's again maybe favors Stanley, but Grant's been on it, so we're not worried about that. A shark is the only fish to have what? Probably the toughest question on the whole thing.
The only fish to have. They're the only ones that are warm-blooded? Like some of them?
That's not it.
Who?
If you're in the chat, you can answer this one too.
Is it? Well, I know that they don't have a skeletal system.
Right. Well,
They've got no bones, but yeah, they're cartilaginous.
Credit score. Close. Very close, Ben. You're on the right track. You guys, if you think about that, live birth, that's good, but there are other fish that do have live birth. That's a good one, Danny. That's not the one I'm looking for. That's a really good answer. But instead, I put up the credit score.
Man, I don't know.
See, this is where I need one of them. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
for real.
Little sound effects.
I'll guess nostrils.
Okay, you're very close, actually. You guys give up?
Is it something to do with that sensory system they have on their nose?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I give up.
Eyelids.
Eyelids. Wow. Okay.
And you see those shows where they come up to bite something, the eye closes. Yeah, eyelids. They're supposedly the only fish that has eyelids.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You know, I always wondered about that when I'm fishing. I try to be, sympathetic, about taking care of the fish and killing them, in a whatever best kind of way possible. But like when you pull them up, they don't have eyelids. So man, I bet that sun guy, I like to get them in the box really fast because I bet the sunshine hurts their eyes.
Probably does. I don't know if it hurts as much as the hook in their face, but
they don't ever seem to feel the hook. Like how many times have you hooked a fish and they don't even know they're hooked?
Yeah, true. All right, we got one last one. This one is not for the panel, Grant. I repeat, not for the panel.
I bet.
Stanley would get this one in a heartbeat. So it's for the chat. What are fish eggs known as?
Oh, dinner.
Dinner, that's a good answer. My wife's answer, she hollered out there, is not correct. That is fish eggs, what she said, but it's not.
I got a bowl
eggs
of
or no
that
eggs?
in my fridge right now, although I'm probably not going to be able to prepare it. I was going to try to come up with some recipes for it. Mermaid's purse. Cool. Good call on that one.
Nice.
I don't think that's the answer you're
right
looking for, but that is an answer.
That is an answer, yes.
Eyelids.
There you go. All right, come on, folks. We can do it. There you go. Not spelled the way they spell it, but there's your correct answer. It is roe, and it's actually ROE.
Yep.
Fish eggs are roe. My wife said caviar. Yes, caviar is fish eggs also. So.
I called it dinner, just a different pronunciation.
That's true. And that's why I said Stanley would get this quick, because Stanley had me eat fish eggs at one time we were fishing on the beach down there.
I love it.
And actually, they're not bad. They taste kind of like the fish. So they're not bad.
Different texture, but yeah.
Caviar, on the other hand, me and Audrey had, which comes from a certain type of sturgeon, to be a true caviar. It was super salty and not good at all. One time I had it. Audrey's mom or grandma or somebody had it at their house. I tried it. It was good.
Oh man, I love it. I love caviar. I'm not, there's some arguments with the whole sustainability thing. So I actually like, you can get a caviar made out of seaweed. My mom, Laura Orchard in the chat, she turned me on to it. That stuff is really good. Like even the kelp stuff. I'm also weird like that. Like I like fish eggs. I like my sushi, and I like my seaweed salad. Like so, all of this is right up my alley.
This is true. You are weird. We do know that to be true.
Yeah. My goal this year, like last year, I was trying to eat as many different species as possible. That was like a kind of a thing for us. I'm going to continue that trend this year. However, I'm leaning more into what can you eat raw.
What can you eat raw?
There we go. Which, speaking of what I'm going to be eating raw, that guy right there.
Look at that. Nice sheep's head. Yum, yum right there.
Ben, dude.
Ben?
Tell me you quoted that without looking it up. I get that quote. One of the greatest movies of all time.
No,
anybody want to take a crack at it?
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, doesn't seem to be living until he bites you. Those black eyes roll over white then.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. We've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so I shall never see you again. Freaking love that movie.
That's the drugs kicking in, folks.
That's all right. That's all right. Looking it up, I still got respect for that. It's a great quote.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have had to look that up too, to be honest with you.
It's Jaws.
So that ends our trivia for today. And the winner is all of you, because you all gained a little bit of knowledge today. And we got to see Stanley Orchard's fact-checking capability when he disagreed with the tentacles of an octopus.
Feel good?
You all right?
Yeah, she just red-faced and hot and shook up.
Mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben was commenting about that too. He says, sorry to hear that about Janet getting shook up. Also, because the bad owners give the breed a bad rep. I agree with that. That's, they, people who don't take care, that's any breed. It's, some breeds catch flack more than others, but, if you don't take care of a dog, if you don't treat them right, they're going to be like that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate when someone doesn't know how to handle their progeny.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. So I didn't even see that post. So.
We were talking about something. We were going into it. I remember seeing that, but we were hot in the middle of whatever we were talking about.
Blew by already.
So anybody got a guess as to the fastest fish in the sea?
The fastest is I saw it, and it was the sailfish, I believe.
Sailfish is the fastest. Yeah. Although I couldn't tell you how fast they go. Like I said, I thought tuna was at 35. I'd have guessed sailfish at 50. So
that'd be probably faster than that. Even. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. Callus Original or Smoke is a Swedish caviar.
Yeah.
See, I guess I haven't had that because what I had was not good. It was just super salty and it was in a little tube, like a toothpaste tube. That is it?
Those little glass
Oh,
jars.
that is gross. So she says it's good, even though if I cooked fish roe, she probably wouldn't eat it. But that's the same thing. It is the same.
Ben says it's either swordfish. Sailfish is actually the fastest. He says it's either that or the piggy perch reaching for your last live shrimp over your PB trout. And yeah, you're right. That's a pretty damn fast little fish.
Or the shark or barracuda eating your big fish.
Yeah, the shark chasing your PB up from the bottom.
Stanley, you need your guitar.
Yeah, I've seen what NBA does. I can't hold a lip match to that dude. And anybody who's been around with us, so some of these guys have been around with us from the beginning. And I had some guitar stuff at the very early beginnings of our channel. And I still got it there in case anybody wants it. You can see how not NBA I am. That dude's got me whooped.
The whiskey sessions?
Yep. The whiskey cabinet sessions.
Yep.
Whiskey cabinet.
I miss him tonight. He didn't pop in tonight.
No, I didn't have a chance to go into his midday live stream today. Busy at work.
Yeah. All right. Anybody got any other questions for trivia type questions?
Biggest fish ever caught?
Biggest fish ever caught by anybody ever?
I think I can answer that without looking it up. I believe it was a 1,200-pound marlin.
Okay, I know the biggest fish in the sea is the great white.
No, the whale shark.
Unless you believe in megalodon. The whale shark, I would say that too, but when I Googled it, it was great white. But yeah, you're right. Whale sharks are huge.
Yeah, whale sharks are way bigger than
they're
great whites. And you'd think somebody would have caught a whale shark because I believe the biggest fish ever caught was like a 1,207-pound marlin, if I'm not wrong on that.
Grant's Googling it right now.
Yeah, all that pops up for me is the white shark, great white shark.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I don't know. I for some reason that stood out in my mind.
The biggest fish ever caught and approved as an IGFA world record.
Okay.
Was what, Grant?
The white shark, the great white shark.
Huh. Wow. Okay.
2,664 pounds.
That was big enough to eat you and your family. Oh, all right. Here we go. Jaws trivia question.
All right.
What did the dockmaster have in his hands when his dock was overrun with shark hunters?
I don't even remember who the dockmaster was.
Oh, man, that's so long ago.
That's what I'm thinking. Been too long.
He had a gaff in his hand. That's my guess. How he would have that? I don't know.
A stick of dynamite? I know some of those guys had dynamite, but I don't know if it was the dockmaster who had that.
Stick of dynamite, gaff. What you got, Grant?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with dynamite.
I know someone had dynamite. I just don't know if it was the dockmaster.
All right, Ben, let us know what it is. Do any of y'all guide? No, I do know people who guide, but I do not guide.
I don't guide. I don't know what the rules are for guiding. That having been said, if you have questions, if you're going out or something, more than happy to give you any insight, inspiration, anything you need. I'm happy to hook you up with that. I just don't personally. There's rules for that. I just never I think you have to be insured and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta have a guide license, and if you're in salt water, you gotta go through the whole Coast Guard deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you located, Eliza?
Yeah, where are you looking at going? You're in the perfect live stream for this. So you know, if you're looking to do anything, you can get all kinds of good advice from probably anywhere you're going to go. We got people all over the country in here that can answer questions for you.
So he did not have a gaff or dynamite. He had his breakfast, cornflakes and milk.
Okay, so his breakfast was cornflakes and milk. For me, my breakfast would have been dynamite. It's apples and oranges.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's the kind of fishing I do.
Ben, how did you retain that? Was that
right?
How did that impress on your brain so that you retained it, or did you just watch Jaws again yesterday? Are you a closet Jaws fanatic?
That's one of those. I've seen it a million times. Like Jaws, Captain Ron, and Waterworld. I live by those movies. I've seen every one of them like over a dozen times. Hey, Mark.
Mark's in the house. Good to see you, Mark. Glad you could stop by. So yeah, just yesterday morning, we had that.
Yeah.
There he is.
It's a result of having dynamite for breakfast.
Yep, exactly. When it detonates, it gives you a hernia. But now, as you can see on screen live, he is much recovered.
Feeling a lot better. Not able to drink, which kind of sucks, but man, and I'm super sore. It hurts just to sit here. I'm going straight to bed after we're done. But man, I feel so much better getting this done. I feel, I'm going to be able to work out fully in a gym. Haven't been able to do that in over 5 years. 0 core exercises for years.
Captain Ron. Man, I only retain it at the expense of relevant data. That's I can remember some bullshit that I don't need to remember from years ago and can't remember the relevant shit I should remember.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you there. I'm weird about random facts and info, especially about those movies. Those 3 that I mentioned, I'm all about it.
Canyon Lake. So Canyon Lake.
There you go. Your guy, right? That guy right there. He is the king of Canyon Lake. Anything you got, ask that dude.
But it's a very hard lake to fish compared to some of our other lakes, right? And if you're fishing from the shore, best advice I can give you is find the Cranes Mill fishing dock, right? It's on the south side of the lake towards the river end, right? Just Google Cranes Mill on Canyon Lake. They've got a little dock there, and you can usually catch, depending on time of year and all that, but you can catch some crappie. You can catch, of course, some bluegill. You can catch some catfish there, and once in a while, a big striper will come through and break your line for you. So, yeah, if I'm limited to shore fishing, that's where I'm going to go is Cranes Mill on Canyon Lake. I don't have much more than that for you.
Didn't OCD Fishing, doesn't he guide Canyon?
No, Calaveras, and then he goes down to Choke Canyon, which is a different lake. Choke Canyon is south of us, down closer towards Stanley.
Hey, Danny, you're a guide, right? Do you guide Canyon Lake?
I think, is Danny a guy? I know he does. He talked about doing.
I want to get striper there.
Kayak guide, right? I think.
Yeah, Danny, give us some info on that, man. Good.
So
not a guide. Yeah, nobody. I don't blame you.
A way to fish for striper on Canyon Lake, there's a couple. Troll, right, which a lot of people do, down towards the dam, or you get your map, right, or if you got electronics with the map capability on it, you look for those main points coming into the lake, right, and then you go onto those points and ride them kind of zigzag with your graph looking for the fish, and you can jig straight up and down for white bass and striper. Or another thing to do is just like in the saltwater is watch the birds, right? Because the white bass and the stripers will get bait balls going to the top of the water and start breaking the water, and then all of a sudden the birds will be hovering over them and diving. When you see that, get your boat over there as close as you can to a cast and throw a silver spoon or something like that. And you got a good chance of getting into a nice striper that way. David Martin's in the house. How you doing, David?
What's up, David?
Do you spearfish for stripers and hybrids? That'd be interesting. I love snorkeling that lake. It's a gorgeous lake to scuba dive.
I don't know if you can spearfish for them. That'd be interesting to look up. I have to look that one up, to be honest with you. I know there's rules about what kind of fish you can spearfish and not. So.
And the locations.
Yeah.
Some lakes and some sections of lakes you're allowed to spear, others you're not.
There you go, Danny. He's just going to grab a snorkel and scout them out. That'll work too.
Cheers, Mr. Martin.
Yeah, David.
Cheers, David. Have one for me.
I'm holding down the fort. I got Mr. Medical over here and Mr. On Call down there. So.
They're game fish. Even the striper, not the stripers. The what do you call the hybrids?
Yeah,
they call them wipers up in Wisconsin. That's what my family calls them.
Cross between the white bass and the striper. Yeah, I think
those guys were free reign. Like we could do whatever we wanted with them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, like nobody cared about the wipers. In fact, the bigger they were, the more prone we were to throwing them back. I guess they just don't taste as good.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just I know that everybody, it was one of those fish. It was kind of like hardheads for us. Every time a wiper came up, it was like somebody got screwed on their catch. You know, they thought they had something good until they saw it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I only caught one here, was on Calaveras. We ate it and it tasted fine. But they used to have quite a few in Calaveras, but I guess they're just not releasing there as much as they were in the past. So if you're late, if you're bored and you want to look some crazy stuff up, go on Texas Parks and Wildlife, find Calaveras Lake, and look at the stocking history, and Bronick Lake too. And you'll see tarpon and all kinds of crazy ass fish they release in that lake, just to, I guess, to see what the heck they would do. Both of those lakes.
Maybe a chance that there's still one or two left in them.
No, slim. No. It's been decades since they would have put them in there. That was, I think, back in the 70s when they did that. So pretty sure they're all caught up or dead by now.
I could see a tarpon being just a pretty sensitive species that wouldn't really be able to handle the temperature changes and stuff.
There was a trout species that they put in there. I forgot what they're called, but much larger than like speckled trout and super ravenous. They were eating everything. What were they called? Oh, and Danny said Nile perch too. So
yeah, what is that?
If you ever looked up Nile perch, they're not like, oh, I caught a little perch. They're like huge with big teeth.
Oh, that sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
You know, we got lakes. I've talked about this. So Luke, when he was when he went to Texas A&M, my youngest brother, he had a class. He was trying to become a veterinarian at the time, and he had a class that he took. I don't remember what class, zoology or something like that, where they had to catch a bunch of species and then stuff them, you know, and whatever they do, they collect. They have their collections that they do their studies on. So somebody brought in a piranha. And they had caught it in a lake down here, like in Kingsville or someplace. I don't know where. I've been trying. That was 10 years ago, if not more. And I've been trying for 10 years now to find out where that piranha is. I want to go get me some Texas piranha. I think that would be freaking awesome.
Texas piranha.
So if anybody knows where I can go to get piranha around here, please let me know. I want to do that.
Would be me.
Just to be able to say, like, you know, that's not something you can just like look up a YouTube video on. I want to be the guy who made that video.
Right. Catch and cook.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Probably taste like bluegill.
Probably. I bet they taste good.
Probably do.
Yeah, right.
Trying to make this full screen. I don't know if I can do it.
I want to do a Halloween video this year. It would be so cool to be able to line things up where I could do like a piranha video for Halloween.
Piranha video for Halloween?
I could do that. Like make it like a suspense thriller kind of fishing video.
That'd be cool.
Now, the more I'm mulling over that, the more I'm like, yeah, I need to make that happen. Please, 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 somebody help me find the Piranha Lake in South Texas.
All right.
Awesome.
I don't know if you're all going to be able to see that. That's a Nile perch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never seen that before. That's for real.
Yeah, those are giant.
And so, Danny, were you saying that they stocked that in Bronig and Canyon or the other one?
Yeah, Calaveras, yeah.
Calaveras.
That's ridiculous. They're like, hey, throw one of these in there. See what happens if we put one of these in there.
Right.
Crazy. All right. So what is I'm going down to you, Grant. I'm going to pick on you. What is the craziest or strangest thing you've ever caught while fishing? Doesn't have to even be a fish, but what is the strangest thing?
Probably like an eel out of the river.
No one likes eels either. They're like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, I've only caught one, and I've seen one caught.
Yeah, they're nasty. Typically, they're pretty nasty. Just going for crappie. Try that spot I told you then. Just Google it. You'll be able to get there, map it, and get some. They're right when you're going in there, before you get to the lake, heading towards Crane's Mill. There's a bait shop on the left if they're open. They usually don't open until 8 if they open. But they got minnows. So there's your best bet. Got a little Aberdeen hook, split shot, minnow, drop it down and get you some crappie.
I will vouch for that. Listen to the instructions that he has. I went to Canyon Lake for Thanksgiving last year, and we went out. I was flying blind. I had no idea what I was looking for. He pointed me to 3 different spots. Every single one of them had fish. I didn't catch anything. I worked really hard, so that was on me. But the fish finder was blowing up. There was fish down there. I just wasn't getting into them. So heed his advice on that.
Oh, Ben shared a link to something. You guys want to check it out? Check it out. See what he's sharing with us.
Yeah, looking that up now. Weirdest thing, like fishing, you do it enough, and you're going to come across some really weird stuff. Oh, hey, yes, thank you. It's near Houston. He's got me a heads up on a lake with piranha here in Houston.
Oh, there you go.
Badass. Thank you, Ben. I'm going to read that in just a bit here. So the weirdest thing, you always come across weird things. Weird things are going to happen when you're fishing. Like, I don't even know if this is the weirdest one, but we were fishing at this little, it's a hidden spot. We call it the barge. It's got a different name. It's an old cutoff rig. And there's this dude, this charter guy. Early on, when we first started this channel, there was this charter guy who used to drive us up a wall. He was just notorious for, like, he'd find your secret spot and he would take a charter out there. And it was like every time you go there now, his charter was there. Really annoying. So this one time he was doing that. We were out there fishing and he pulled up and he didn't really know what he was doing. So I'm not going to name my name. He's not a bad guy. He's doing what he's doing. So I'm not going to sell him out anymore like I was joking about early on. But this dude shows up. And so as soon as we see him, we know he's going to come try to fish this spot. So we start fishing it wrong, specifically to not catch fish, because we didn't want him sticking around. Worked like a charm. The dude pulled up to the other side of the rig. We didn't really see what was going on. He's fishing it. He fishes it wrong. 10 minutes later, he hauls out and he moves on so that, he's trying to get them their fish. So we moved back into the spot where we were at and we're fishing. And we hooked into something, reeled it up, and we reeled up a charter fisherman's rod, like big TLD 4-aught with the charter rods, because it was a good reel, but it was a kind of a cheap jigging rod that had like the cheap guides on it. It was obviously spray painted and beat to death. We hauled that thing in. I've got it standing over here, and then that thing started jigging. So we reeled it in, and it had a hard head. So this dude lost this, fairly expensive reel setup due to a hard head. And then we got to walk away with it. So I'm not going to, karma's karma. I'm not going to harass the dude anymore. I'm not going to name him or anything like that. But that was my catch of my crazy catch of all time.
There you go. Scully Nation, welcome aboard.
Hey, Scully.
What's up, Scully?
Yeah, I don't have any real weird one, trash and other things, cans and all that. But you brought that up, and we did catch a rod and reel on Calaveras. It was a nice Abu Garcia reel. And actually, if you guys, Robert, who comes on the chat with us a lot here, does some work on reels. And so I was going to I donated it. We're giving it away as one of the gifts for our veterans fishing thing we did one year. And so he cleaned it up and fixed it all up for us. And then we donated it. And actually, one of the guys I work with, because everybody I work with we're all veterans, won that rod and reel combo. I gave him a Pro Angler rod, and then we put that reel on it. And he's been using that to fish. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that was an expensive hardhead. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Golly. Oh,
dang. Hey, the guy who lost it was like, man, I swear it was big. Whatever it was, it just took that rod right out of my hand.
Yeah, I couldn't hold it. He was probably sleeping and bloop, and it goes.
Yeah, he had it sitting against the fence while on the railing or something while he was doing something else, and it just went over.
Oh man! So nobody in the chat has caught any crazy stuff while fishing.
I know Ben's got a story. Come on, we got some fishermen in here. Scully,
gotta. Yep.
What's your crazy catch?
So
we
what?
Go ahead. We caught a squid one time. Damaging, which that's deep water. They don't hang out like high in the water column, especially not during the daytime. And we were fishing for mahi and stuff. I think we might have even been tied up to an oil rig at the time. We might have been going for snapper. And so my brother had his rod hanging over the side of the boat, and a little man lure just dropping in the water, just splashing like it was right on the surface of the water. And we looked down at it, and there was like a little 6-inch squid just sitting there attacking it. Like never seen that before.
That's crazy. Have you seen the lures they use when they fish for squid?
Yeah, those spiky things.
Yeah,
they get all tangled up.
That thing is kind of like torpedo shaped. It's got all these little spines on it because they're gonna grab it and you got to hook into all their tentacles or their arms.
Both.
Both or one or the other.
Hey, I love this question. Is it Deliza, Mr. Davila is asking best tasting fish. I'm going swordfish. I like it so much. I only eat it raw.
All right. Favorite. That's really challenging because a lot of it is also based on how they're prepared and all that kind of stuff. But if I'm going to saltwater, I'm not going to argue too much. Marlin was really good.
Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have put it that high up there.
Mahi was really good.
Yeah.
And then in a different way, the ones you were catching this weekend, sheephead, really good. But snapper is really good.
Snapper's on my list.
So saltwater is hard. Freshwater, the top three, and they're not in any kind of order for me, is walleye, yellow perch, and crappie. Those are my top three freshwater good eating fish. And then bluegill are right there. Any of the sunfish family are right there.
Yeah.
Some of the catfish are right there too, though. That's kind of a thing where some people in certain areas of the country are like, ooh, catfish. And other areas of the country are smarter and they know catfish can be delicious. So did I say that out loud? Oh, golly, Danny, yeah. Ahi tuna.
Ahi, yeah.
That's my number one. I'm going with that, and I want it.
I can respect that. Anything you can eat raw.
With some type of sesame seed or something like that.
Yeah.
And then slice it real thin. And, yeah, that is my saltwater favorite. You're right. Good call, Danny.
Yeah.
I can't believe I completely forgot about tuna. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had those, so.
We'll fix that.
Yeah, I haven't had any of those saltwater, so I'll take your word for it. Because I pretty much agree on the freshwater. I mean, like when we had the walleye in Michigan,
Yeah.
It was hard to tell the difference between the walleye and the catfish because it was cooked in the same breading and the same grease. And
Yeah, the catfish is a lot better than people give it credit for.
Yep.
And you've eaten plenty of crappie and bluegill.
oh yeah, yeah.
You know how good they are.
I got one over on that.
Have either of
All
you
that.
guys had yellow perch? I think, Stanley, you've had yellow perch in
We
Wisconsin.
had some of that up in Wisconsin. Wonderful. Loved it.
Yeah.
No, I haven't caught a perch yet. I'm not sure what the closest distance I'd have to go to catch a perch.
So we can go to New Mexico and get perch. Southern New Mexico. They got a lake up there. They stocked them in. Yeah. Pompano.
Yeah, that's it. That's of the fish that you can get like off the beach on the land
Yeah.
without a boat.
Yeah.
My favorites are snapper, like your mangroves. No. Pompano number 1, mangrove 1B, and then sheepshead are my 3 favorite.
And then he's got shark. And I think the shark, there's a couple things with shark. One, I don't think all shark taste the same. I could be
No,
wrong.
yeah, definitely not.
So it probably depends on the shark.
Yeah.
And then shark is definitely one of those fish, in my understanding, that's how you handle it, right? It's how people handle it post catch. In other words, you don't just throw it on the deck and you want to gut it, you want to bleed it, do all those things with shark pretty rapidly. But yeah, he says freshwater, yeah, flathead catfish. If I'm comparing, brook trout. That's a
Yeah,
good
those
call.
trout.
Brook
I haven't
trout.
officially caught one, so I can't claim on that one, but I imagine that's going to be my favorite freshwater fish.
Brook trout in the morning. You just caught it. Take it back to camp. Pan fry it with some fried eggs. Man, that's an awesome breakfast right there. Yeah, I like walleye, crappie, flathead catfish are delicious. Of the catfish, flatheads are the best.
Hey, John, can you flash that photo real quick for Scully? I want to show off my big sheepshead. He's talking about the sheepshead he got.
Yeah, here's a big headshot. Oh, sheep's head. My bad.
Check that out, buddy. I was killing it.
I know that was tasty.
Yeah.
We had a good week. I had to pack in as much fishing as possible before I had surgery yesterday for hernia. And so, yeah, dude, I was cramming it in. We limited it out 3 times in a row. I got skunked one morning, but it was like I had a doctor's appointment at like 10, and I was fishing until 9 a.m. Like I got up super early, plus I had to work and everything else. So that one day I got skunked. I'm not even going to claim, but the rest of the days we were just slaying them.
I'm not claiming the one I got skunked, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice one there. That's a good one.
Dude, I'm feeling good. I appreciate that, Scully. It's nice to have this behind me. It was a real pain, so I'm sore, but I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Well, folks, we are like a minute and a half out from the end of the show. With that, I know, Stanley, you're laid up, but how laid up? Have you already started planning something in the coming weekend or anything, or what?
Yeah, we got something going on this weekend. I forget what. I'm totally like I am going to be taking this week off. I'm not doing anything. I'm editing videos from last week. I'm sleeping on the couch. My only thing that I was going to do all week was this, and we were discussing doing a different live stream on Thursday. If we do that, then I'm game. We can talk about that later on, but that's all my plans for this week. After that, once I stop, once I get back into the groove and everything else, I am going to spend the next 6 weeks. Anybody who wants to go fishing, let me know. I can't fish because of the hernia surgery. I'm not allowed to lift anything, but I want to do something. So if somebody else wants to like do a channel takeover and I'll film, I'm game for that. Just let me know. Keep me abridged. I can't promise that I can actually get out there. I'm not even allowed to drive right now, but I'm game for doing that. Like anything just to have some fun with it.
And Ben, can't believe you're paddling out or swimming out them baits at Sharkathon with that hernia.
Oh, I know. And believe me, I felt every moment of it. It sucked. So I don't want to, I'm happy that I don't have to deal with that anymore. I've been spending all this time, 10 years, not 10 years, but like the better part of the last 6 years, I was constantly having to push that damn thing in. It sucked. I had to wear like a belt thing. It was, I can't do any core workout, like I put on a lot of weight because I can't work out because of the stupid hernia. I'm worried about making it worse. I'm good now. I'm feeling better.
Cool.
Making me nauseous just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Grant, are you going to try to do some fishing where you actually catch something instead of your wife always catching all the fish?
Yeah. What do you got coming?
Well, I'm on call till Monday. My birthday's Tuesday, and then we're leaving to go to North Mississippi Friday for a wedding on Saturday, the 1st and 2nd. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get to fish.
Bring a fishing pole to North Mississippi. They got water.
Yeah, they got some 3-pound crappie up there. What is that? Lake Grenada or Grenada
There
Lake,
you
right?
go. Yeah. Bring some fishing poles. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've been doing a lot of yard work, getting the garden ready, getting some stuff planted.
I've been doing honeydews around the house. That's why I was supposed to go fishing. I wanted to go fishing this past Saturday, but I just had too many things I wanted to do in the backyard. Weather's perfect for it. This coming Friday, I'm off, and so I'm going to try to sneak to the lake for at least a few hours. Number one priority is I got to get a boat out there, make sure things are still good. But then I think I'm going to go old school and do some, depending on wind and all that kind of stuff, drift fishing, see if I can get some big old fat blue cats. So hopefully there'll be a video from that with some teasers shortly after. That'll be Friday. Between now and Friday, of course, is work like everybody else.
Yep.
So my secret red spot is about to start slamming and get some 30 redfish trips. Ah, nice. All right, Scully Nation, get ready to get into the reds.
Yeah, that sounds
Danny,
nice.
we're fishing, but not much footage. Got a 30. Nice, Danny.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Oh, just love blue cats. Yeah, right after flatheads, blue cats are pretty dang good, and they're a good fight. Well, folks, it is time for us to call it a night. First of all, appreciate my co-hosts here up here on the panel with me. Thanks, guys. Appreciate all you folks hanging out with us in the chat. And if you're down below, if you go to the website, our website, you can click on the link there if you want to be up here on the panel for a show with us. More than happy to have you up here as a guest on the panel with us. So check out the website, click that link, and let us know. It'll take you to my email. And let us know if you want to be, or just hit any one of us up back channel on any form of social media and say, hey, I want to be on the panel, and we'll have you up. And if you've been up here once already, don't mean you can't be up here again, right, guys?
I'm sending Scully a quick message here. Also, just before we call this, we're gonna have a surprise birthday bash for Grant on his channel on Tuesday. Don't let him know, but everybody be here. We're doing it on Grant's channel for the live stream. Be ready for that one.
Right, because we're at your channel next Tuesday, right, Grant?
Yep.
All right, folks. So keep an eye out for it. We post it on social media. Come and hang out with us, and we will see you all later.
Have a great week, guys. Kill it.
All right, let's do it.